You know that feeling? Your alarm slices through the silence at 6:30 in the morning. You haven't even opened your eyes yet, and you're already losing money. You hit the button on the coffee maker, but your mind is already out there, stuck in highway traffic or waiting on a train platform. Let's be real. You're sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, watching the fuel gauge creep downward, feeling that familiar knot tighten in your neck. You think you're just commuting to work. What's actually happening is you've signed up for a second job, one that nobody pays you for. Worse, you're the one footing the bill. Those 2 hours a day you spend getting back and forth between home and the office aren't just travel time. They're your invisible invoice for $15,000 a year. Yes, that's money you'll never see hit your bank account because it burned up in your engine before you even drank your first glass of water at your desk. Most people look at just one number, the salary printed in their employment contract. But your real income is what's left after you've paid the cost of showing up to work. Let's do the math like adults. If your salary is $80,000 a year, you figure your time is worth $40 an hour. But add in 10 hours of commuting per week, and suddenly your effective hourly rate drops by 20%. You're working 50 hours and only getting paid for 40. Now let's talk about the hard costs: gas, insurance, parking, tire wear, brake pads, and the big one, depreciation. Every mile to the office makes your car worth a little less. When you tally everything up in December, you'll find that the office has quietly eaten away at a chunk of your income that you could have put into stocks, real estate, or your own vacation. This isn't a math error. It's a systemic trap. You're paying $1,200 a month for the questionable privilege of simply being physically present in an office building. But the financial hole goes way deeper than gas money. There's a concept called the cost of being office ready. Think about your wardrobe. How many items have you bought purely because you needed to look appropriate in a business district? How much money goes toward dry cleaning, toward office lunches that cost 3 times what a home-cooked meal would, and toward fast food on the way home because after 2 hours in gridlock, you don't have the energy to open the refrigerator? It's a psychological trap. You're spending money to cope with the stress of earning money. You're buying yourself some unnecessary treat on Friday evening as a reward for surviving the week and the commute. It's a vicious cycle. You work more to pay for the commute that drives you to spend more just to stay sane. Money can be earned back, but time is a non-renewable resource. Every minute you sit in traffic, you're trading your life for asphalt. 2 hours a day adds up to 500 hours a year. That's nearly 3 full weeks spent inside a metal box. In that time, you could have learned a new language. You could have built your own business, one that would set you free from that office for good. You could have simply slept more, which would have made you healthier and happier. The thing is, you've gotten used to this pain. It's become chronic. You've come to see the commute as just part of adult life, when in reality, it's simply an inefficient allocation of your capital. When you accept a job an hour's drive away, you're effectively agreeing to a 15% pay cut and a 20% reduction in your quality of life. You're not just driving to work. You're subsidizing oil companies and automakers with your most valuable asset. The math is brutal. You're working for free from 8 to 9 in the morning and from 5 to 6 in the evening every single day. So what do you do about it? If you feel like your life is slipping through your fingers along with the gas fumes, here's your action plan. Step 1. Do a full audit of your cost of employment. Add up everything, from your car insurance to every cup of coffee at the gas station to every extra dress shirt you bought for the office dress code. Subtract that total from your annual salary, then divide what's left by the total number of hours you spend on work, including your commute. The number you get is your real hourly rate. It might scare you, but that's the cold shower you need to actually make a change. Step 2. Change your geography. If your job requires your physical presence but costs you 3 weeks of your life every year in commute time, run the numbers on whether it makes more sense to rent a place closer to the office, even if the rent is higher. Often, the difference in rent is less than what you're spending on car payments, maintenance, and fuel. You're trading money for time, and time is the only true path to wealth. Step 3. Push for a hybrid schedule. Remote work today isn't a perk, it's a market expectation. 1 day working from home per week is an immediate 4% raise in your take-home pay. It's 100 hours of your life returned to you every year. Use those hours not to binge-watch TV, but to build an additional income stream or to develop skills that let you call the shots on your own terms. Step 4. Turn dead time into an asset. If you can't change your commute route just yet, change what you do with it. Stop listening to ad-heavy radio and start listening to professional development courses, personal finance audiobooks, or strategic thinking content. Make that time stuck in traffic at least work toward your eventual freedom. And step 5. Invest what you save. This is the most important step. If you can cut your commuting costs by even $500 a month and funnel that money into an index fund, you'll have $90,000 in 10 years. That's the price of your freedom, money you're currently burning in traffic jams. That's the money that will one day let you say no to any boss and any office. Picture this. You wake up, and instead of rushing out to your car, you calmly enjoy your coffee in your own kitchen. Your workday starts when you open your laptop, not when you pull out of the garage. You didn't just save money. You took back control of your time. I'm Nicolina, and I study the psychology of serious wealth, why some people seem wired for success, while others spend decades stuck in a cycle of financial scarcity. A real financial literacy isn't about pinching pennies. It's about spotting the big holes your wealth is leaking through. Your daily commute is the single biggest financial drain in your budget. Start patching it today, because your life is worth a whole lot more than any career ladder that takes 2 hours to reach each way.